In this video, we'll be looking at differentiation and calculus. Now we know that for every function, there's a y-axis and the x-axis. And the x-axis occupies values for the x, and the y-axis occupies the values for the y. Now divide x, it's a symbol for differentiation that we can use to find the gradient of a curve under special circumstances. So if we have a curve 2x squared, y is equal to 2x squared, we are going to have coordinates in the y-axis and we're going to have coordinates in the x-axis. Then you're going to notice that the curve can either be that or the curve can be that. At some point, this curve will be cutting the x-axis there, and it will be cutting the x-axis there, and the y-axis there, and the y-axis there. And those values in the y-axis, they are going to correspond to this part, and those values in the x-axis, they are going to correspond to this part. Now, how do we differentiate a function? Let's look at one example. When you want to differentiate a function, for example, I say y is equal to 2x squared. Yeah, let me just leave it like that. Y is equal to 2x squared. How do I differentiate? Now, when differentiating, we know that we are going to use the symbol dy dx. Now, dy dx of 2x squared, you need to know these two rules. Rule number one, you need to reduce the power by 1. Reduce the power by 1. By 1. That means in this case, n will reduce by 1. Then rule number 2, you need to multiply the odd power by the function. So it will be n is equal to ax plus b if this is a function. Now in this case, we have 2x squared. We are going to multiply the odd power with the whole function. So I'm going to say is 2 times 2x squared. We are going to reduce the power by 1, so say minus 1. So dy dx will be equal to 2 times 2, that's 4x. 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's the same as 4x. So that's how you can differentiate a simple function. Let's look at another example. Let's look at this example that says find the dy dx of 6x cubed minus 2x squared plus x. How do we find the dy dx? Remember, dy dx is also known as derivative. So when you hear the word dy dx or derivative or differentiate, they are talking about the same thing. So 6x to the power 3, how do we differentiate first? Just that part. So we are going to get 6x to the power 3. How do we differentiate it? We know that this is the same as 3 times 6x to the power 3 minus 1. Then we also have negative 2x squared, which is the same as 2 times negative 2x, 2 minus 1. Then we have 6x, which is the same as, since here there's 1, it's the same as 1 times 6x, 1 minus 1. So what do we have as our final function? So we're having 3 times 6, which is 18, x, 3 minus 1, that is 2, 2 times negative 2, that is negative 4, x, since 2 minus 1, that is 1. Then we are having 1 times 6, that is 6. Since x is raised to the power 1 minus 0, and we know that 1 minus 1 is 0, and any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So it will be 1 times 6 again, which will give us 6, and this gives us the dy dx of this function. Let's look at another example. Our third example says find the derivative of 4 over x squared plus 2x. Now we need to take care of 4 over 8x, or 4 over x squared. Looking at indices, when we have 1 over a, we know that it's the same as a to the power negative 1. So through what we have here, we are going to make this become a standard function. So we are having 4x to the power negative 2 plus 2x. Now we can go on and differentiate the function. We are having negative 2 times, so we are saying negative 2 times 4x negative 2 minus 1 plus 1 times 2x, then 1 minus 1. So we're going to have negative 8x to the power negative 4 plus 2. If you want, you can write this same like this. You are done as your dy dx, or if you want, you can write it in this form as, so if you want, you can write it as negative 8 over x to the power 4 plus 2 as your dy dx. So it can either be this or that. The fact that the answer is correct. So that's an introduction on calculus differentiation. In the next video, I will be doing integration, also introduction. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm PVS the tutor. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to share and subscribe.